Come on. Go. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Walk with Regis. Today is March 11th, and we are starting out incredibly late due to technical difficulties and or shoveling. As you can see, I shoveled our walkway and our neighbor's walkway. I cleared my neighbor's car, and probably do some more shoveling. Probably shovel them guys, and then the front. And yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know if I said today's Saturday, March 11th. Today the temperature, the highs will be in the low 30s and the lows will be in the mid 20s. There will be a 45% chance of precipitation today. And I have to get used to a whole new news app, because the news app that I've been using for a long time and even bought a subscription to cancel ads just suddenly didn't want to load up today. So I restarted my phone 3 times to see if it would work, and it still didn't work. And then I uninstalled and reinstalled the app twice. That didn't work. I got rid of its cookie / its cache. That didn't work. I gave it unlimited, unrestricted data usage. That didn't work. I allowed it to run in the background, and that didn't work. You know, everything I could think of. Just didn't want to let this particular news app that I got used to using work. Nothing worked. I even paid to have a subscription for a year so I can have no ads. And here I am, having to get used to a whole brand new ad, or whole brand new, well, might as well be an ad, because I gotta get used to a whole new app with ads and everything. Alright, well, what about our news app? You know what, I was just thinking about that. Okay, so the news app is working. Let's see our first news story of the day. Out of rock salt, use this instead. Probably cat litter. Isn't winter supposed to be over by now? We know it's officially going to be spring next weekend, but with the weather lately, it sure doesn't feel like it here in western New York. Thanks to a wallop of winter, he literally just had me spin around in a circle. Some residents are finding themselves completely out of rock salt or have very little left. Rock salt, also called road salt, is just halite, the mineral form of sodium chloride, and it's a go-to here in western New York for years, keeping our highway, streets, sidewalks less slippery during bad weather. According to the EPA, rock salt is an inexpensive and effective at melting snow and ice, but the downside of rock salt can be substantial. And you are loud as hell just driving. You're speeding like there's no slippery ice and snow all over the ground. Even though it's relatively harmless to us, when rock salt is used in large quantities, it can have corrosive effects that can damage cars, trucks, bridges, and roads over time, resulting in approximately $5 billion in annual repairs in the United States alone. So maybe that's not such a bad thing that your rock salt supply is low, but it could still be a pain if you need to de-ice your driveways and sidewalks. And let's be honest, it's an even bigger pain to battle the weekend crowds at the store. So what can you use instead? Kitty litter or sand. Ha! I told you. Your cat's bathroom or your kid's summertime sand pit can provide some deficient traction or decent traction to make your driveway and sidewalk less slippery, but it won't actually melt the ice. You'll most likely track it inside your house with your shoes, and you don't need to sweep it up once the weather gets nicer to keep it from making a mess. That being said, it can be an alternative to use it in a pinch to make the area around your house safe for neighbors and family. And how about that? I was right. Alright, let's see. Oh, I think we have a poop here today. He hasn't had snow tickle his butthole recently. That's why he went into the deeper snow. He likes the sensation of cold snow tickling his butthole. That's just my joke about it. Alright, here we go. Picking it up. And I see he's been eating stuff he shouldn't be. There's stuff in there that there shouldn't be, but you know. People keep leaving shit out. It's like paper or something. Probably part of a sub bag. Alright, let's see. Downtown Buffalo Library changes hours due to an increase in fights. Yeah, I read that one yesterday. Downtown Buffalo Public Library has faced a series of unfortunate circumstances and will now close early due to fighting. The library has made the decision to cut its hours short because of safety concerns. Here's the statement about the change in hours. In an effort to safeguard library patrons and staff, beginning Friday, March 10th. Did I say Friday? I did. Beginning Friday, March 10th. This Downtown Central Library will reduce its public hours during the week. The library will now close at 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. Unfortunate incidents at the Central Library have now escalated to the point where we cannot provide the environment that users expect and deserve. The problems we are experiencing with patrons of all age, but especially youth, are being seen just beyond the library, and we hope that these issues can be addressed across the entire community. We want to be part of the solution. It's our hope we can soon go back to serving all the community in a safe space. After much reflection and discussion with administration, library security, and staff, it was determined that this is the best solution to adequately address untenable safety concerns while we are seeing throughout the library until a permanent strategy will allow for a return to our normal hours. Spears told WIVB that there has been a drastic increase in both the frequency and severity of fights, involving at times up to 20 or 30 people. The violent altercations have put both library staff and the public in harm's way because they have mainly happened on weekday evenings. The library made the tough decision to close early temporarily. That's when all the riffraff comes out. Alright. Central Library System telephone support system will stay open, and that is 716-858-8900. They didn't get to this section of sidewalk. Come on, let's go on the street for a minute. Go. Over here. And as soon as we decide to go on the street, here comes a fucking car. In this instance in space. Away from the road. Okay, now go. Come on. Let's find a nice stretch of road that's plowed for you. I'm actually wearing my rain boots. Ah, here we go. They just didn't get to this section. Alright, let's see if I can find another news story. Technically, these are rain boots. They're nice. Yeah, that was your leash tickling your butt. Nothing grabbed you. That was funny. Alright, let's see what else we got. No charges in the fatal death of a 19-year-old Buffalo State freshman. District Attorney John Flynn announced no charges in the fatal death of 19-year-old state freshman Tyler Lewis Friday afternoon. This comes days after his mother, Roquisha, held her own news conference. The DA saying the murder of Tyler Lewis is now closed. Let's go the long way today. Come on. I put every piece of evidence in the grand jury, he says. I put enough evidence in the grand jury to give a proper picture of what happened, and the grand jury no-billed it. Tyler's mom, Roquisha Lewis, says she believes the DA only held a news conference because she sent an email to his office pledging to hold Flynn and investigators accountable with the evidence her private investigator gathered. Basically, I called them out on it, the mother says. I let them know that I know exactly all the information and evidence I have, and their only concern was how I got the information, and it's sad. District Attorney John Flynn's replies to the mother's actions. The mother of the victim sent an email basically admitting she taped recorded conversations in our office, Flynn says. So my instincts are usually right. Not to get in the weeds with the family was for a good reason. The Buff State freshman that majored in business administration was stabbed on October 14th on the grounds of the University of Buffalo's North Campus. He went to UB with what he thought were his friends that night. Dr. Flynn's, hush, stop, god damn. Look! Regis! Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Oh my goodness! You're gonna drag me through the snow happily to get to him? Oh my goodness, no! We'll go the long way. Come on, come on. Go! Go see him! Who is that?
Hi, baby boy.
Who is that?
Hi, little one.
He is dragging me. Like
Hi,
a sled
baby.
doggy.
Come on, Riri. Riri.
Good boy, Regis. Good boy. Who's a good boy? Come on.
Yeah, he came out at the same time as I did. And he was already at the parked cars. He knocked that shit out real quick. Regis, calm.
Alright, let's go. Continue our walk. Come on. Stop barking at the nice man. Oh, they didn't do this side. Oh.
No.
Well, we might cut it short, or walk short because of weather. Come on. I really don't like him walking in the street, especially when the streets are coated with ice and slippery. And then these sidewalks aren't done, but these ones are. Decisions. Yeah, let's cut it short today. Come on. Let's go to the back and go home. Just because I feel unsafe. And I don't want his paws to freeze in that deep snow and ice. Alright, guys. Looks like we're ending the video early. That's it for the news stories then. If you have any suggestions for places you want to read stories from, I will be more than happy to add them. And since that's the end of this video, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Share if you guys want to, subscribe if you want to. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Regis, speak.